Hello everyone and good morning. Welcome to JiraCon. Thanks for joining this session, the breakout session, Jira admins only. Uh, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Palam. I'm working as Atlassian consultant in Trundl, and along with me, I have Paridhi, Sarfaraz, and Vedant, who are going to share this session with me, and they're going to speak about the other topics. So I think we can start. All right. Thank you, Sarfaraz. So in this session, we are going to cover some points that will be the hosting models, the automation for Jira, how to get started with automation for Jira, and we'll see what are the major blocks in building the an automation rule. And we're also going to talk about the best practices which we are going to use to keep our Jira instance healthy. And at last, we also going to discuss about the best reporting practices. So these are the only topics which we are going to initiate. If you have any questions, apart from this, we're still open for any other questions. So please try to ask any question, and we'll try to answer most of them. All right, let's go ahead with our first topic, is the hosting models. Let's go ahead with our the hot topic. As we all know that Atlassian is going to discontinue the Jira server in the next coming days, and almost already most of the organizations and people already started migrating from server to cloud or server to data center. And there's still like organizations and people who are still trying to find out or figure it out like what suits best for them depending on the requirements. So let's talk about some differences which we have between the cloud and data center. So minimal administration Jira Cloud when compared to data center. As Atlassian hosts the Jira Cloud site and maintains it, the most of the administration tasks are reduced when it comes to Jira Cloud for Jira admins. Whereas in data center, we all know that we are going to be responsible for the the data center. So there's like a more administrative task, and compared to the Jira Cloud, we are like most of the things, not most of everything. I think all the the operation need to be carried out by a Jira admin. And and again, Jira Cloud has extra features such as the next gen project. Cloud has got like new features as well as when they started, they have announced that Jira server is going to be discontinued. Cloud has been getting upgraded day by day, and we're getting like all the new features. Either it could be the next gen project or it could be the checklist. Next gen project is something which is can be started or which can be created by user without a need of a Jira admin. And checklist is something which we can have on the ticket where we can have our the points to complete a task. And we have like more features. Maybe it could be the Jira accessibility, or it could be a new issue view, which is like mostly optimized, and it is like very enhanced. So that is about the features we have in the Jira Cloud. And the most important topic is the scripts, the Groovy scripts. So in cloud, we mostly use REST APIs, in our Groovy scripts to interact with the Jira functionality, the Jira components, and to extend the functionality of Jira in the cloud. And whereas in data center, we can use like any of them. We can also use a REST API in our Groovy script, to get the components of the a ticket or a project, anything Jira. And mostly we use go with the Java APIs, where it will allow us to get the data and do something on the Jira data, which is a major aspect when it comes to the scripting difference between cloud and data center. And we all know that we have this interesting feature called behaviors from adaptive scriptner, where we can enhance where we can extend the dynamic behavior of the fields, of the custom fields. We do have several plugins like Proforma on the cloud, but still the lack when we want to enable the dynamic field operation like more than one field. Whereas in behavior, we can do or we can customize almost everything. So this is like a major what do you say a missing thing in Jira Cloud, and I hope we'll be getting a new plugin, or we'll be having an option in future where we can do the same thing on Jira Cloud, what we do in data center using the behavior functionality. We do have a lot of plugins, which provide the dynamic fields in the the third party apps in the marketplace. Yeah, still, this need to be improved on Jira Cloud. Um, and I think, in future we'll be seeing a new, the plugins or the functionalities. And the thing with the data center, and the most important thing with the data center is the maintenance of Jira. Whether it could be the upgrade, or it could be the applying a patch or a fix to the Jira data center or on-prem instance. We should follow a process, and we have like we should be like in following the major important best practices. We could say those are like documenting everything what you do during the maintenance window, so that it can be used in the next time or in the future. Documenting everything like what you're doing will always help you to make it better, or to improve yourself for the next activity. And yeah, and coming to the upgrade, we should be having a proper plan, a Jira upgrade plan, or it could be a Confluence, anything. We should have a proper upgrade plan, and we should always target for the UAT, the lower instance, or the UAT instance before going to the production, as it will uh, make us more confident about the upgrade when in the production. And yeah, yeah, that's it. There are like few points. We can say like few differences which we have between the cloud and data center. Still, there are like more differences. If you would like to know about that, or if you have any questions regarding that, please drop in the chat. I will try to answer most of them, and we are always available after the session, where you can schedule a one-on-one with the, or you can connect with the Trundle booth to get your questions answered. I'll stop here for 2 minutes to answer any questions if you have.
Yeah, hi Ishwar, this is Manish.
Hey, Manish.
I'm having few questions like how we can reduce Jira admin activities as compared to data center versus Jira Cloud. You mentioned the first one, minimum administration in Jira Cloud. So how is that? What are the
Yeah,
points?
yeah. So this is not like how to reduce the minimum administration. I was like explaining that we the administration task which we have in data center and when we come to cloud those are like minimum. Let's say the yeah, let's take the system configuration section, right? Where yeah, specifically, I think we can take about the outgoing email, to set up SMTP, right? So in terms to Jira Cloud, SMTP is already configured with Atlassian, and we can go with the default one. Whereas in the data center or any other server version, we should always we like set up our own SMTP, the server to do that. So yeah, we have like other features like yeah, and, recently we got this new feature called limiting the REST API request, in Jira Data Center, where where we can limit the the number of requests for a particular account, and that could reduce the load on Jira. Whereas in Jira Cloud, we don't have any option to restrict that. Where it may load up the Jira, and that's like a drawback. And we do have like other features like other administration tasks like the manage app section, where we do the update check or Jira update check, or you know uh,
Yeah, we also have like upgradation, maintenance, and like migration. So these all should be performed by Jira admins in Jira server and DC. But when compared to Jira Cloud, only the Atlassian support can do that.
Okay, great.
We don't have access to backend.
Yeah, sure. Another concern which I have is like, is there any admin activities which we can give to Jira users rather than keeping it with Jira admins, so that Jira admin task can be reduced?
Yeah, Jira admin tasks can be reduced. I think I think there are like still limitations. Let's say managing groups. Where it cannot be like what do you say? It can be the administration can be cannot be reduced over here because uh, like the groups can only be managed by Jira admins
Jira
and
admins, yeah.
yeah. And yeah,
Yeah,
coming to
you can
your
just,
question.
yeah, Manish, you can just give them the project admin rights so that they can work on their particular projects. But when comes to Jira admins, then a group of admins can do their work because they have their entire instance on their hand. And yeah, so it's like we cannot give any privileges to the normal users, because you will be having access to all the schemes, workflows, everything. So when compared to a normal user, you cannot give them the Jira admin privileges.
Yeah.
Sorry, Manish. Coming to your question, there's still like an explanation which I need to give. I would recommend you can set up a one-on-one meeting with me where I can explain you about like the task or automate the administration work which we do to like avoid the manual work or there yeah avoid the manual work or to write the scripts which does the Jira admin job.
Okay, thank you, Ishwar. This is helpful. Another question which I was having regarding the dynamic forms performer you were mentioning.
Yeah.
So can you give put some more highlights on that? What is performer and how it can be used within Jira Cloud?
Manish, I can do that, Ishwar, if you want. If you want me to do it, I can do that.
The performer, right?
Perform actually acts as a fields, and you can have forms in that. If you have Jira service management, you can have a form in the customer portal. As if you have any requirements in the form, I mean, if you have any particular requirements, like if a particular field is in a single select field, if a value is selected, and if you want to pop up a another set of cascading fields, then for this requirement you can use Proforma. And also, one more thing is that we can just populate a field based on the value of other field in the Proforma add-on. It is only used in Jira Cloud, where in Jira Data Center we have like script runner and various other add-ons to do that. So it's the main reason behind that.
Yeah, adding like what Sarfraz said. So like I have been experienced, with few use cases where I found like there is a limitation for pharma where we cannot like do the dynamic behavior. Let's say suppose we have like three custom fields, and let's say we have three custom fields. Let's consider like three like single drop down fields, and if you want to enable two fields depending upon one value, I think there is a limitation over there. Or like when it comes to behavior function script, we can write our own script and which will help us to enable like one or multiple fields based upon a single field value.
That cannot be done in Jira Cloud because of the behaviors.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think let us move to the next slide. Yeah, still, guys, I think, if you have any more questions on that, I'm still like open after the session. Please reach out to me, maybe in Trundle booth, or, you can schedule an appointment with me. I'll try to, help you to get that answer.
Yeah, thank you, Ishwar. So I have automation for Jira. So today I'm going to talk about automation for Jira. In marketplace, we have many add-ons like JMW and JSU, which mainly functions on the workflows. But we are going to talk about automation for Jira as it is freely available in cloud, and in data center we need to procure the license. Okay. So coming to automation for Jira, we have three main components in automation for Jira. They are called as the building blocks for the automation for any automation you build. So triggers. Trigger is the first step in the automation, and it initiates the execution of a rule. So if you take, for example, we have like issue created. So it is the most commonly used trigger, and you can also have a scheduler. Scheduler mainly is used when you have a JQL, like a list of issues, and you want to change the field value in all the issues. So you just use a scheduler for that. Coming to conditions. So if the condition returns the value to true, then the action will be performed. Some examples of the conditions are like, so if else condition. So if the condition is true, then action will be performed, and if the condition is not true, then it will not execute the rule. And we have like issue field condition. If you take priority as medium, then you should execute the rule, and if not, then it will not execute the rule. Action mainly depends upon the actions. Action it mainly depends upon the results of conditions. So for example, for the example of conditions are like, if the condition is true, then you can add the watchers or remove the watchers, or you can just transition the issues. Okay, let's go to next slide and see one of the basic simple automation. So here we are just sending an email to the assignee if priority value is greater than high. So if priority value is greater than high, we'll sending an email to assignee with issue key as the comment. Okay, so when the value is changed for priority, we have taken this as trigger, the first point, and it will check here the condition. If it is high, then only it will perform this action. If, for example, if priority is less, let's take low or medium, then it will not execute this rule. So it is one of the basic and simple automation. If you have any questions regarding automation, you can just type in the chat, or you can we will get back to you. If not in this session, we will write back to you on one-on-one. Yeah, the house is open to questions.
Yeah, Sarfraz Manish again.
Yes,
Can we trigger webhooks using this automation?
yes, we can trigger webhooks using the automations.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I think we have one chart here. Yes, many organizations do that. Yeah, we can do that. Any more questions?
And like emails which are getting sent from this automation, can we customize that according to our need, or it will be the same in the same format?
We have a smart value so that you can just change the comments as per your requirement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, hi, Piyush here.
Hey, Piyush.
Hey, hi. So the thing is, the basic utilization of this will be always based on the user case, right? It should be always about how the user would like to have.
Yeah, user and I mean, yeah, it is basically depend upon the end user requirements. I mean, it will reduce your manual work.
So this is for the sending a mail, right? Like as in the last question was related to the webhooks. So
Mhm.
if we are sending some details via webhook, right? Generally,
Okay.
let's take an example of Slack. We can send the details directly to Slack, but whereas in Teams, we cannot send the data, and the Teams might require some different types of JSON payload. So is that some kind of customization that we can do over here with respect to the backend payload data that we are going to send?
Yes, we can do that in automation for Jira, where you have separate triggers for that.
Okay, but trigger would have a fixed type of payload, right? But can that payload architecture can be changed?
The payload architecture can be changed in the
Yes, yes, I
when
think
the
that
issue is yes.
yeah, we can really payload from JSON to HTML, or we can also change the custom a layer payload. We can do that. We have that flexibility in automation version of that.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Ajay. So basically, we're trying to say rather than sending the directly, we can
Yeah, we
do
can
some kind of
get our own
overlaying.
payload. Yeah, it will be
Yes.
available the same action.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
And let's give a moment and just shift to another. Yeah, so Vedant, you can continue.
Sure. Thank you, Sarfraz. So Jira cleanup activities are as important as you are setting up the project. So Jira admins do a lot of configuration customization, like building or setting up the projects, creating custom fields, creating screen schemes and workflows, and building the configurations using third-party apps. But at the end, we end up with a lot of customization and plenty of custom fields and number of projects in Jira instance. So it is really mandatory that you have to clean up your instance on a regular basis. And I also do recommend to all our, I mean, when I work with the existing client or with any customer, I do recommend these steps to be included in housekeeping activities. And I mean, based on your data and based on your, I mean, the issues and other things, you have to be, I mean, plan your housekeeping activities such as once in a month or twice in a month, like that. So here are a few activities or best practices we have listed for cleaning up the Jira instance. First one is archiving the old projects. You can archive the old projects, old Jira issues, and you can do it using Jira REST API as well. And also, if you have installed Scrivener, you can also automate these activities using scripts. Along with that, you also have to clean up your old custom fields or unused custom fields. If the duplicates custom field are also available, you also have to clean up that. Along with that, other configurations like screens and schemes, which also, I mean, which also basically creates an lag, or we can say an issue to the end users, so that we need to clean up the unused or inactive screens and related schemes. And along with that, also the workflows is also one of the important part of Jira. So that can also create issues, I mean, the problems to the end user. So problem in the sense, if we have a dirty Jira instance, it may create the performance issues, and also it affects directly affects the end user. So it is recommended to follow these steps. You also need to remove the inactive users, as it is intact to the licenses. I mean, it minimize your license cost as well. Whenever you do a regular cleanup, if there are inactive users, you can remove them. Also, the next step is like you can remove the apps which are not in use. You can uninstall those apps. You can remove the unwanted configurations which is performed using this app, and you can uninstall and you can delete the configurations. So here are few steps that we thought we can include and we can discuss on it. We do recommend these best practices to our clients in Trundle, and we also want to hear if you have any other best practices that you follow in your organization to keep your Jira instance healthy. We are open to have questions on this, or if you have any queries on it.
Yeah, Vedant, hi, Manish this side.
Hey, Manish.
You mentioned about archiving old Jira projects and issues, right? But
Yes,
this option is not there in Jira Cloud as of now.
right.
And we are facing challenges just because of this, because we have near about 1 million archived issues within our instance, and we now need to migrate to cloud. Okay, so this is a bit of a headache for us now. We need to unarchive all those stuff and then migrate it to Jira Cloud,
Right, right.
right?
Yeah, we are really happy to answer you all the questions, Manish. So I will ask. You can drop it on the chat. We can have a detailed discussion on what is your current Jira DC or server version you are using, or you want to migrate to a cloud. What are the necessary steps you want to follow, or what are the
Sure.
best practices you also need to follow for Jira Cloud migration? Yep.
Okay, and Vedant, you have mentioned about these cleanup of custom fields, remove
Yep.
duplicate or unused custom fields. But if you have archived issues and these fields are being used in those archived issues or projects, then you won't be able to remove them unless those have been unarchived, and then you'll be able to proceed with the cleanup of custom fields. So that is the one step which I want to add to your slide.
Okay. Yep. Thanks for the suggestion. Yep.
Yeah, thank you. That's it.
Thanks. Any more questions?
Yeah, I think Prashant has raised the hand. Prashant, can you please ask a question?
Yeah, so when we say good practice for healthy Jira instance, right? So is it a good practice to delete the unused Jira project, or you can say unused Jira issues for more than 2 years or 3 years?
Yes, again, I mean, it is again based on your organization policies, because deleting a project is not recommended on,
Yes.
I mean, if we suggest for all the organization, but again, if organization policies allowed, you are like you can follow the your own best practices. But as we are, if you are using Jira DC, Jira Data Center, you will have a visibility to archive your Jira projects, not
Yes.
deleting it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Any more questions? You can still drop your questions on the chat, and we can go ahead with our next topic. I'll hand it over to Paridi.
Yeah, thanks, Vedant. Hi all. So last but not the least, so let's talk about another challenging task in the life of Jira admins, and that is to make the project managers happy. So I have been working as a Jira admin, as an Atlassian consultant from past few years. And as per my experience, and I have worked with many project managers as well. And what project manager basically looks is a good reporting. And to start with good reporting, you need to create a beautiful dashboard, I would say. So, okay, I think we can take the questions later. Let me first go through our slide. So why I am suggesting a dashboard and not reports is basically like whenever you open up Jira, dashboard is the first thing that opens up for any user. Okay. Now, but first, like before designing any dashboard for the project manager, what you need to understand is their requirement, like what the project manager is looking for, what his team is looking for, what they want to view on the dashboard on a day-to-day basis. So because like Jira provides a wide variety of gadgets by default, and like there is a huge set of gadgets, you all would be aware if you're working as admins. So, I mean, there is an option like you can add multiple gadgets in a dashboard, but at the same time, you need to make sure as a best practice, like dashboard should reflect the correct data, and at the same time, it should be as simple as possible so that the project managers can also, manage them. They don't have the dependency on Jira admins or any other user for that matter. So on on the slide on the screen, you can view some gadgets which we have displayed here. So like agile sprint health gadget, agile burn down chart. So these two gadgets are mainly for the project teams which are following the Scrum methodology. So I hardly recommend to use these gadgets on the dashboard if the team is using a Scrum methodology. Apart from that, there are again a wide variety of gadgets which are available, like two-dimensional filter statistics, which you can view here. So this basically gives a two-dimensional view, like you can see on the screen. So on the row level, we have configured the issue types like bug, story, task. And at the column level, we have configured the status, like it is showing in progress, backlog, done, selected for development. Okay, so it gives a two-dimensional view, like which like how many bugs are in progress status, how many bugs are in done status, and all. Similarly, assign to me gadget. So this is just a sample of gadgets which we have shown here, but apart from that, there are wide variety of gadgets which are available. Like most commonly used are filter results, issue statistics, and many more. Okay, if you have any questions, you can drop us here, or you can also connect with us on the booth. Now, apart from the default gadgets which we mentioned, like if the project team or the project manager is looking for some customized dashboards, or they have some other reporting requirements, so there are also some apps, third-party apps, which are available on Atlassian Marketplace, like custom charts for Jira, EasyBI. So these apps also provides a variety of gadgets which can be configured on the dashboard, and at the same time, these provides customizations as well. Like under custom charts for Jira, under EasyBI, you can do some calculations, and then that calculated gadgets, that calculated reports can be shown on the dashboard. So if you have any questions on these plugins, so you can contact them at their booths. So you can just go to the platform and just visit their booth, or visit Trundle booth, and we'll be happy to help. So yeah, so that's it from my side. Any questions, team? Or maybe you can like let us know what are your favorite gadgets which you use on your dashboard.
Yeah, but I think so. From our side, generally what we use is EasyBuy
Hi,
for
Piyush.
reporting, and yes, for the EasyBuy,
Okay.
that's a great tool, and script runner.
Okay.
And yeah, and googling all and making a Google to all the scripts, that helps it out. And yes,
Okay.
for the archival, even again for the archival, we have made a script that will just archive the project on quarterly basis. So that
Okay.
just made around 800 projects in last 2 quarters to get archived out of 2000 projects. So
Okay.
that's what we
That's
are doing
nice.
for add-ons in the reporting.
Okay. Okay. That's nice, Piyush.
Yeah,
Thank you.
hi, Pariti. Just
Yeah.
one
Hi,
question
Piyush.
regarding the dashboards. Every gadget is having an option where we can just take it, that gadget will be updated automatically in 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So will that have any performance impact on the system? Because there will be thousands of gadgets added on a system. There could be hundreds of people who are using Jira at that time. So if we just check that option, will it have impact on performance of Jira? Because that is not under control of a Jira admin to
Yeah.
uncheck that
Yeah.
option, right?
Yeah.
And if there are many gadgets running at that time, and that's automatically refreshed after 15 minutes.
Mhm.
So just want to know if it is having any performance impact or not.
Okay. So I don't think so it can have any performance impact. But yes, like if your dashboard is having, too many gadgets loaded, and like, and all that gadgets you have checked that option. So maybe yes, yeah. So like loading of that dashboard might be slow, but not very sure like if it can have that performance impact. But definitely I'm noting that question down and can get back to you on this.
Thank you. And another concern which I have is, can we limit the addition of these gadgets on a particular dashboard, like to 5, 10, max by 15, if Jira admins can have that control with them,
Mhm.
so that these things cannot be out of control for a particular users if they have added so many gadgets, and that is breaking their Jira instance. So if that
Okay.
can be done.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
So as such, there is no option available, Manish, in Jira UI wherein you can limit the gadgets. So I mean, yeah, there is no option, but we can explore on that. That's a good use case, like which what you mentioned, because definitely, like as I said, if the dashboard is having too many gadgets loaded, so it definitely makes the loading of dashboard quite slow in that matter. So but there is no limit. So I would like to ask maybe Vedant or Ishwar, like have you came across such use case wherein
Yeah,
we can
Manish, you can
yeah.
just make the dashboard private so that you are the owner of the dashboard, so that no one can add the gadgets. And if you want, at any point of time, if you want to add any gadgets based on the user requirement, then you can add that. But
No,
as of
Sarfraz,
now,
No,
that
limiting
is not my
limiting
question.
yeah, yeah,
no, limitation is, I think that is not.
Limitation of a gadgets
number
on a
of
particular
gadgets.
dashboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, I think I can answer I can give the answer over here. So in like couple of months back, we have upgraded our Jira version,
Okay.
and here we are using a Jira data center.
Mhm.
So if I'm not wrong, we can use maximum like 15 to 20 gadgets on each dashboard. And here, Manish, there is a way where we can identify that which users dashboard they are using, like refresh interval is like 15 minutes, or you can say like 5 minutes. So in this way, every quarterly we used to do the like this cleanup stuff. We used to go to the users dashboard wherever the refresh interval is, it is like 15 minutes, or let's say like 1 minute, or let's say 5 minutes. Then in that case, we used to do it like being the Jira admin, we used to change it to like 15 minutes, or you can say like we just keep on increasing. Okay.
Okay.
and
Can't we
and
disable that option?
no, I don't think so, it is not possible. Yeah, but
Because
being the Jira,
if it is causing those issues, so being Jira admin, we should suggest Atlassian to disable that option.
yeah, but I'm
I
not
think yeah,
sure.
we can yeah. I mean, yeah, not sure, Manish, but yes, definitely we can like get Atlassian's view on this.
And
Might be they
one major
suggest to disable it here.
Yeah, sure. And one major issue which I'm having is, like, our instance is having more than 15K users in it. So is there any way by which I can send notifications to all those users in a single go?
Manish,
So instead of,
Can
yeah,
uh, Manish, I can
yep,
give
sure.
you answer. Basically, our user base is like more than 47,000 users.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
and here practically, okay, practically, whenever you will send the notifications, I am I'm damn sure more than 80 to 90% user, they will ignore it. Okay, and always they will tell you like this is my business requirement. Okay, so being the Jira admin, we have to handle such kind of incidents so that Jira's performance do not degrade. So being the Jira admin, we have to go to their dashboard. First of all, we have to identify how many dashboards they are using 1 minute refresh interval. Okay, 1 minute or let's say 5 minutes. Once
Prashant,
we will
sorry to
get
interrupt you. I just want to know how you are reaching out to users via email.
okay, so
How you are
so
fetching
we have
that list and sending.
okay, so we have the list. We used to basically our environment is quite big, so we have like different many, you can say, sources where we used to fetch the user details, means those who are active and those who are using the
Via
refresh.
database?
Yes, database, and we have like other tools which are integrated with Jira.
Okay, and in cloud, how we can do that?
I'm not sure about cloud,
Because
but
we'll
we are
not
using.
will not be having database with us.
No. I don't think it is
Hey
possible
Manish, you
from
can
cloud.
please take my email ID and Vedant's email ID so that we can talk over email for any further questions.
Yeah, sure,
I think-
Sarfraz. If you can just share that, that will be great.
Yeah, I have shared it.
It's available on the screen, Manish.
It's under the screen, Manish. Yeah, because we just have 2 more minutes. That's the reason why.
Sure. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And sorry
Thanks,
for asking
Manish.
too many questions.
No,
Yeah.
no,
No
we are
problem at
here
all.
we are
This
here
is
to
the
answer.
discussion room. We can have as many questions, but there is a time limit, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. This is useful.
Please take
Thanks,
down our
Manish.
email IDs and you can write back to us there.
Yeah, I have already jotted down. Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks. So any other pending question, guys?
Yeah, I think Prashant has raised his hand. Prashant.
Yeah, Prashant, do you have any?
No, basically I was just giving the answer to Manish.
Okay.
Got
Okay.
Clarice,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thank you.
Prashant. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being part of this session. So if you have any further question, any follow-up questions, so you can visit Trundle booth. You can maybe set up a one-on-one invite and we'll be there to answer. You can also send an email to Vedant Kulkarni or Sarfraz. The email IDs are mentioned on the screen. Or you can just let us know, email us directly. And yeah, so let's take a 15 minutes break and see you all at the next sessions coming up at 3 p.m. Thank you.
Sure.
Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.